All right, everybody. Well, welcome, welcome. This is our first virtual Bible study for the new book, Breathing Room. So I know a lot of you guys got it this week and are already diving in. I know a lot of you have already dived in. And so I want to do like an introduction call together where we talk about expectations and we talk about how to go through our fitness journey over the next 30 days. That's actually a 28-day book. But here's the biggest thing that I always like to share is there's no expectations other than I want you to open it and I want you to do it. I think one of the things that I've really found out really quickly in our groups is we're not all going to be at the same pace. We're not all going to be on the same day. We're going to have things happen in our life and we're going to might be a few days behind. And so what I like to do is run these groups where every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, so we'll be back to Wednesdays next week, that we just literally talk about how the Lord is changing our life, how the book is speaking to us, what we're enjoying about it, maybe add some prayer requests, and then also at the end talk a little bit about nutrition as we're getting ready to start this amazing journey together. So I would love to share, I am just a little bit into the book and I'd love to share, I have actually never done a Bible study like this where there's an app for the videos and then there's the book. So if you guys got the book, you also saw there was like this sleeve right here was on the book. And this sleeve actually tells you to download the app. It's all free. You know, you obviously, if we were all in the same room together, we would do a video discussion type thing. But the thing I really, really am liking about this, and I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed by it at all, is some people sometimes when they're like, oh, there's a video and a book, oh my God, it's so much. No, you literally, all you need is 15 minutes a day. And I don't know about y'all, but the Lord needs more than that out of my day. But if I can set 15 minutes aside to put him first so that my body follows, that my mind follows, and my day is dictated because of him. So I want to talk a little bit about the app, talk a little bit about the book. One of the things as you dive in, she kind of introduces herself. I actually had a chance to meet her at our church, and she is just the most humble, amazing person. And I love that she's a busy mom, and now her kids are, in college and getting married and that type of thing. But I love that she, what did she talk about today? So I literally was I'm a couple days in, and she talked about your time is limited. So limited with what you do, your time is limited here. Basically, you will never get back where you're at right now. And I love how she actually, in the video, she talked about, how her kids would make that, what is that, the red and green like links at Christmas time, and you like count down and you've got these links and it's like every day, you don't get that day again. So set this time aside and put him first so that your actual vision moves forward towards him. We fill our day with so many things that just are unnecessary. And I love that she's really going to dive into giving us the tools how to really tackle those things that need to get done versus the things that don't. She talked about our inboxes, if you get emails and stuff, I teach my team as coaches with this, but I really look at the messages that are going to grow my business forward or help somebody. Those are the ones I return the quickest because I have hundreds of messages and I have to really dictate my life that way. Otherwise, you get sucked into this hole, right? So I love that she says, your time is limited. So limit what you do with your time. So, and that's where I know a lot of you guys, a couple of you guys were struggling getting your workouts in the first week. And you know what, you guys, don't even stress about it. But every day, somebody that came in our group this week, might have been today, and I commented back to her, and I wish I knew who it was. I apologize, but she was stressing about, not getting, where do I get it was Amy. It was Amy. She's usually on the Bible studies. Where do I start? Right. And here's the thing, you guys, you just start. You cannot go where you don't ask your mind to go. Where you don't ask your mind to go, your body, you can't expect it to follow. And so one of the things I love about being a coach is it has held me accountable. So I know that I've got a limited amount of time to check in the groups each day and answer the questions and post. And so I really dictate that time and really specific about when I do it. And my family's like, don't bug mommy right now, other than the cat and the dog. Of course, they like drive me crazy. But I really want you guys to think about each day as a new choice and a new decision as you go on this journey. And don't focus on yesterday. Don't focus on today. Just focus on the now. Feed that mind. A lot of you guys saw people sharing in the group. If you haven't read or listened to the Audible's amazing of Girl Wash Your Face. I don't know why I'm getting calls right now. It's so weird. They all know I'm busy with y'all. But Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Howells, I think. It's truly one of the best books I've ever read and listened to. So if you guys are struggling with just your motivation in your mind, the other one that I think is truly life-changing is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. I know I don't have these struggles anymore, but I do go through seasons in my life where I'm just like, oh, and I need that structure, and I need somebody to tell me what to do first. And so these books really do tell you what to do first. So if you're struggling with that, one last one I want to share, because these are all 3 books that I'm going to mention to you guys that are for people that maybe are just starting or really struggling with structure, is The Miracle Morning. So The Miracle Morning, Girl Wash Your Face, and The 5-Second Rule. If you guys have not read all 3 of those, you need to put them on your to-do list. They are just going to help you stay focused and laser focused on what it is that you need to get done as you go through this journey. So one of the things I love is each day, she has a topic that she tackles in the Bible study. And again, it doesn't really matter what day you guys are going to be on, but I want you guys just to jump on the live Bible studies. Maybe you're not even doing the study. You want to see what they're about. Jump on here live with us, ask questions, listen. But the first day she talks about fear. And I love how when she talks about fear, we watch the video, which is, what is it, Dawn? I think it's like 12, 15 minutes long. That's it, you guys. And it's super to the point, relatable. And then what you do is you go to your book, and there is a video reflection, but she talked, you basically just fill it out, and you fill out, what you think. And the reason I actually like this study is so many studies, we read it, and then we're like, okay, and then we get out our day. But she's actually asking us, who are we relating to it when we watch the first video? What areas is Rhonda going to commit to? Creating breathing room. What are some of the areas you're going to work on that? Like, she asks you these questions and asks you to actually look into your soul and your heart and write them down. Now, remember, we learned in the last study by Priscilla Shirer, if you guys don't write down your prayers and you don't write down your goals, they are just a wish. So make sure that you guys write them down. But Dawn, I wanted to ask you, since you're on live, on day 1, she asked us, which of the women in the open video did you most relate to? Who was for you? Oh, I think I lost your volume. Oh, you're on mute. There you go.
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. Watch it. It's so cute. It is, they showed the video in our church, and it's like the funniest video, because like one lady's like all prim and proper, the other lady's at work, the other one has like kids drawing on her couch. Like, it was like all these women that just need breathing room in their life, and it is hilarious. And I actually, and then one lady has her mother-in-law or mother living with her, so she was like, and so there was like these stories of these women you kind of watched, and it's really cool because you kind of laugh. And there were little bits and pieces of each of them that I actually related to, but I actually wrote down the working woman. Not that my situation was a lot like hers, because she actually sounds like she's in an office and people are like, hey, but I could relate to it, and just needing that breathing room of, I'm one person, I have so many people that want me, and just realistically being able to zone in on what I should focus on and what I should spend my time on. So Donna, have you started the study yet?
I just started the first part about the fear
cool.
part, but like there's this other book called Your Best Yes, and it really is like learning to say no. And so that's what my biggest thing is, learning to say no, because I'm pulled in so many different directions. And I'm grateful that today's June 1st, because May was absolutely insane.
Yeah, you're getting all the details for your daughter's wedding done, I'm sure. So it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and just at work, I'm a supervisor. So it probably was the working woman, because I'm constantly getting pulled. And they say actually it's multitasking women are good at it, but it's not really good for safety reasons when it's, because I'm a nurse. So you need to learn to separate and not to get pulled. So you need breathing room. So I actually get up and I walk away and I pray, because it's in order to get like focused.
Love that. I love that. I actually, I don't do it as much as I wish I did. It's starting to get really hot here, but I go for a hike or a walk, and it's so funny. I'll come back from just even a mile walk, and my husband's like, you're a totally different person. Like, it's just being outside. I grew up in the country, so just being in a city and not being able to go out, like I have to be outside. Like, it just is, it's my happy place. Mm-hmm. So, but we don't always get to do that, right? But I like yours better. Just walk away, and then it's like you have to go for a hike or anything. But I love that. And I love that she's going to really give us these tools of just the little details that are actually going to help us within our business so that we have this breathing room. Because like she said in I'm on day 2, she said, and I actually started really late because I kind of wanted to be with all of you guys. I kind of been looking at it. I've kind of been listening to this stuff, but I really want to kind of be as close as I can to you guys on this book as well. It says your time is limited. And so we want to really look at the fact that we're not going to get yesterday back again, but today we actually have a choice of how we're going to dictate how that goes. And so I think really diving in, she's got the scripture that she allows us to write down. She has the bring it back to reality, and then the video. I think it's going to really help us and teach us how to add more breathing room through all of the chaos in our day. So, and teach you to say no. Donna, there is there's a great book that I recommend to all my coaches by Gary Vee. What is it called? Why do I not remember the name of it? It's the very first book he ever wrote. He's fantastic. Go for No, but it's a little different. That may not really work for you, but it's basically like, I know some people struggle, and a lot of my coaches, if you haven't read this book, or if any of you guys are, in any type of business that you run, when people say no to you, I think a lot of times we take it super personal. Mm-hmm. And so it's interesting. This book is Go for No is so amazing. It teaches you what the actual meaning of no means and how human beings actually process it. And I forget the number because I read this book like 4 years ago, but it was literally like 72% of people that say no to you the first time, they didn't even hear what you said. They're just like, no. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause they just have so much on their plate, right? I'm kind of like that, Donna. If I think about, I've learned to say no so much because I have been in your place where I felt so overwhelmed, and now my husband and I lean so much more on each other. Instead of me being in so many different places and not actually being where I want to be, Mm-hmm. So I'm excited that for everybody to dive in. I just wanted to kind of do a video where we talked about how the Lord is going to help us with this, how the study is going to run. I want people to have structure within it. I also wanted to share, getting back from vacation this morning, I shared in the groups, my shred meal plan and the grocery list and just getting back to basics. And I think a lot of times we all need this structure, and a lot of you guys will ask me, and so I'm kind of going to the nutrition part right now, how I get back on track after, a really crappy weekend or a really crappy week or a vacation or something of that sort. And you guys, it really is a choice. And it really does start with this right here, what we just spoke about, like putting your mind forward first before your body. And when I go to the grocery store, being conscious about what I purchase. But right away, I don't even need to look at the shred plan. I already know that as soon as I'm done with my workout and I've returned some messages, I'm going to run to the grocery store. I'm going to get shrimp. I'm going to get fish. My family wants burgers tonight, so we're going to do burgers. I'm going to buy tons of asparagus. Hold on. Peyton, you can't lock the dog in here, baby. Okay, she literally locked the dog in my office so that she doesn't have to deal with them. Little brat. No. He's such a turd. And then I know, like, immediately it was like I made my detox water this morning, and then I also do this. I will, like a day like today, I actually ate pretty well on my vacation, other than my liquid intake was probably a little more than I'd like. But I know today I'm going to have 2 Shakeologies. So I usually do that for a day or 2 coming back from a trip. So I'll do 2 Shakeologies today. I'll do 2 Shakeologies tomorrow. I'm still going to have 2 solid meals in addition with my snacks as well. Somebody was asking in the group with the shred plan, it is a little bit more good fat. And would that be a full avocado? And the answer is yes and no. It should be an avocado that literally fits in your hand. So it's literally a small avocado. Like you go to the store and they have the big ones, and then they have the really little ones. And you should be able to wrap your entire hand around that avocado. Yes, you can eat that one. If your store only has the large ones, then you would be able to eat a half, which actually is still over the good fat aspect. And you can break it up into 2 meals. Like a lot of times I'll have some with my lunch, I'll have some with my dinner. Remember, good fat is essential. It's going to shrink belly fat. It's going to keep you fuller longer. It's going to help you with cravings in the evening. So if you really struggle with cravings at night, make sure your good fat's in the evening. So I do the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I'll probably have those quite a bit this week. Great old Aunt Flo is going to come this week too. What the heck? Vacation, this. And I'm like, So I feel like extra bloated right now. So asparagus will be at the top of my menu. I'll have it every day. And I will even have it as a snack. I'll probably have it twice a day this week. But I make it really, really good. So it's like amazing. My whole family literally begs me to make it. If any of you guys haven't watched Under Files, there's so many ways, but like the other day I made it with a little bit of local honey and cayenne pepper. It was so good. That I do with mustard and a little bit of sea salt. I'll do with honey and a little bit of Himalayan salt. So I usually just do the sweet with the salt. Is so good. But if you have any seasonings, you saw the ones I shared last week in the group. They're all my favorite. They're all gluten-free. They all don't have added salt. Other than the salt one, obviously. So they're wonderful. But Donna, is there anything that you need help with nutrition-wise?
Well, when I went on the Bachelorette weekend, I gained 4 pounds.
Yeah.
But it came off really within, 2 days. It was all gone because it was salt is what it was. And we went to Elevation.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. So there's so many things, so funny. There was somebody that, Danielle, I saw that she had posted 2 days ago, she was up a couple pounds, and then the next day, which I think she posted yesterday, oh my gosh, she's ripped. She just looks so amazing. And then I think she said something about being up a couple pounds, just within a day. Here's the thing to keep into account. So if you travel, you're going to gain water weight, right? If you are really a lot on your feet the day before, you're going to have extra water weight. If you lifted very heavy weights the day before, you will wake up 3 to 4 pounds heavier. And you should, because think about it. What is the percentage? And I think it's 82% of our muscles is made of water. So when you're working booty or you're working back, these large muscle groups, and you lift really heavy, your muscles are going to carry more water for a full 24 hours. So if you guys ever do any major lift, like with Body Beast, I really couldn't pay attention to the scale a whole lot. I didn't really get on it a lot because it was so it literally would go from, I'd be 125 to 128 back and forth. It was just like this. And it was just based off what I was working that day. So for a full 24 hours, your muscles will carry more water weight if you lifted the day before a large muscle group or just muscles in general. So it's a good thing to always think about. I want you guys to think about, if you gain 2 to 3 pounds, a lot of times it is going to be this extra water, and it's going to be those extra fluids. So know what to do. Just, drink the detox water, have the asparagus, go to your leaner proteins. When my husband started this journey, he was very overwhelmed with how much to eat and what to do. And I said, nope, we're going to break this down super simple. Let's do lean protein. Let's do more veggies and more good fat. And he's like, that's it? I'm like, that's it. And then I'm going to throw in some carbs here and an apple here. And it's that simple. So if you get overwhelmed with the meal plans or you get overwhelmed with the shred plan, just think about, you need protein with every meal. And that protein should be leaner if you're trying to lose weight. And you have to eat more veggies. One of the things that people don't realize is when people say, oh, I'm eating tons of veggies. I'm like, well, do you realize, like somebody like me, I'm supposed to eat 3 to 4 cups a day. I never did that before this journey. Like, I still don't even know if I quite get there. I try really hard. I do a lot more than I'm supposed to. You know, what is it? 10 asparagus is a servings. I usually do 15, you know, so I try to go over when I'm making different veggies and stuff, but just do more veggies. Don't even count them. Have as much as you possibly can, and then have a little bit more good fat. The rest of it is going to fall. Okay. I think that's the best way to look at this journey, is just focus on those 3 things. And then we're going to add maybe some strawberries into your shake, and you're going to have a sweet potato here and there. Don't overthink it. And if in the beginning you can really only focus on those 3 things, like my husband could, he's like, okay, protein, veggies, and then I'm going to add a good fat. He's like, okay, I got that. And I'm like, yeah, you've totally got that. But here's the difference with the shred plan and the 2B mindset is we're teaching you which foods are going to get you the best results. That is going to change your life. So just every time you come back from a trip, or you're having a hard time, zone in on that food list that we provide you. And do me a favor, just track the way you feel for the first couple days, and then watch changes happen. I think one of the girls had said it was 4 or 5 days later, somebody has shared in the group, it was so cool. She was like, oh, I don't know who it was, Dawn. It was somebody who was so awesome. She was like, I wasn't seeing a difference. And then all of a sudden, bam. So I know me just having extra water weight from my trip that I just went on, from, you know, not eating great, not having access to a ton of water. I was totally drinking as much as I could. That'll slow you down too. And then with PMS coming, I'm not even going to look at anything right now. And then next week I'm going to be like, okay, back to where I was. So be patient on this journey, learn these things, ask questions, apply these tools, but first and foremost, let's fill the mind first on this Bible study so that we can take care of our bodies and the rest will happen. So that is all I really have today. Hey, Miss Karen, I just wanted to share some expectations with the group. If you guys are struggling to get on, what to kind of share there, what to expect with this Bible study. And we'll be back to next Wednesdays at 9 a.m. and have you guys kind of join what you're learning through this breathing room. And I pray that we all start applying by next week. We should all be able to kind of go, oh my gosh, I applied this and it felt amazing. So, all right, you guys, that is all I have for you. So thank you, Donna, for jumping on. Karen, it was good to see you here for a minute. I'll post a recording in a little bit. If anybody has questions, make sure and tag any of the coaches in the group and we'll take care of you. Bye, you guys. And Donna, I'm so excited for Meg to get married. We cannot wait to see her in her dress and rock it. Bye, everybody.